Welcome along to the Silverite Blasting Panel and Paint at Reedy Park Speedway. My name's Corbin Shuttleworth. I'm your presenter for this afternoon here with the Pits TV and Speed Shift TV as well. The Australasian Sidecar Championships round number 2 here at Reedy Park Speedway. What a round this is set to be. You've got bikes from all over Australia, all from New Zealand. Some of the top riders, there is to be here in Australasia. They're here to battle it out at the Silverite Blasting Panel and Paint at Reedy Park Speedway. We're all excited. The track is looking brilliant. A slight shower before, but the rain has disappeared and we are ready to go racing. We're going to bring in Andrew Buchanan. Andrew is one of the main people here. He's running the 39C machine. Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox. Andrew, come on in, mate. Great to have you down here once again at Reedy Park Speedway. Obviously, GVI Logistics, a main sponsor of this event. That's got to be cool for you to be involved.
Yeah, look, GVI have been really good. They've supported us for the last 7 years, Philip and I. They've brought the Aussie bikes over, so appreciate everything they've done for us.
Obviously as well, you've done a fair bit of racing here at Reedy Park Speedway over the past couple of seasons and that sort of stuff as well. You know this track. Would you call that a slight advantage?
Nah, because if you had seen the Australians here yesterday at practice, they dial in pretty quick, and like I was saying to Jason, they're in good shape, good form. They've been racing all year, so they're ready.
Of course as well, you know, setup and that sort of stuff is a lot different to what you would have run at Moore Park, and all sorts of different things and different, variables come into what happens on the track here. How does your bike adjust to, changing the different tracks?
Yeah, look, the main adjustment is rider swinger profile, so your swing is more involved at O'Ready to try and hold it in the corners a bit better. You change the gearing, might go down a 2 for up in different lengths, but not too much really.
Of course as well, great sponsors to get you racing here. As you said, GVI Logistics, a main sponsor of the event. Who else do you wish to thank?
Yeah, look, Tally's Group, AFCO, OCD, AB Engineering, and of course my lovely wife Philippa.
Awesome. Best of luck for this weekend. This is Andrew Buchanan. Cheers. Thanks, down here in the pits, Paul Humphrey. Paul Humphrey is a 3-time New Zealand champion on a sidecar, forced to be reckoned with this afternoon here at his home track at Reedy Park Speedway. Paul, obviously, you've got the Australians here battle it out this weekend. You've done Moore Park, you've been here now, you've raced here all over your seasons of sidecar racing. How are the nerves leading into this?
The nerves, they're still there. If they weren't there, I would probably change them a sport, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. But I enjoy those nerves. They're good, healthy nerves, and definitely racing these top guys from the world. They're Australians, obviously, but as in a league of their own, really. So, yeah, it's really exciting to race against them, and I'm pretty excited that the series has come down here and Moore Park. So chuffed.
Also, we spoke to Andrew Buchanan before, and he mentioned a slight setup. It's more of a sort of swinger rider profile, and it depends what comes with your bike. What are your plans going into this year with your setup?
Well, we're starting on a new bike this season and a new combination, so we're on the back foot a bit. We're learning, so we're slowly getting there, and we're confident. It's really good to race against these fast guys, like I keep saying, but I can't stress enough that it betters everyone else. It steps the game up.
Of course as well, different combination. You've got Chris Chatfield on the side of the bike now and that sort of stuff. A different combination, how do you change? You've won a New Zealand title with different combinations and that sort of stuff. How do you adjust to, having someone different there? Does it feel completely different?
There's just little subtle differences. Yeah, there is, and it's just a matter of recognising them and doing a bit of research together, watching videos and trying to better it. Every combination's different, every bike's different, even though they look the same. They're not. Coming to these tracks down here, they're quite slick, so the first couple of races will be lots of dirt, and then it'll go off to be slick, so everyone adapts to that, and it's finding that sweet setup.
Obviously as well, the bike is looking absolutely brilliant thanks to the team at Sign Solutions. Awesome sponsors.
Yeah. Sean and Jason at Sign Solutions were brilliant this season and put on a good wrap over the bike. We've got Scotty Reid at Dynotech, Alvin at Sullen Bolts and Fasteners. I'm pretty sure I'm missing one other. Menifee Trucking is a long-time supporter of us from Palmerston North, where I'm originally from, so this will be his last time supporting us, so he's been really good. I thank him. Brian's been great.
Awesome. Best of luck to you and Chris for the rest of the weekend.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, if we're talking about an impressive speedway record, this man here is the man to talk to. 11 Australia Championships and 4 World Championships to go alongside that as well. This is Darren Trailer, and Darren, you're right down here at the world's most southern speedway tracks down on Reedy Park Speedway. You're a bit of a hike from home as well. How are you feeling down here in New Zealand?
Yeah, no, it's good. Everyone's been good. The hospitality's been great. It's always good. I've been here before. I come here in 2010 was the last time I think I come, and it's always good to come down. It's very similar to an Australian track we've got at home, or a couple of our tracks over there are very similar. So it's plenty wide, it's fast, and hopefully there's a bit of dirt on the track and we put a good show on.
As well, you say they're similar to some of your tracks in Australia. Does that mean you've got that slight advantage in knowing what your setups roughly could be?
It gives you a base setting. That's what you start with, and you just compare it to another track at home, and that's what you do. And then you obviously when you go out and you go from there.
Obviously, winner of the first round as well. I heard you had some bike troubles up in Moore Park, and then you come through and managed to get forward a little bit further, come through the pack, and ended up winning that first round. That's got to be pretty amazing for you as well, and makes you feel pretty good coming into round two.
Yeah, it does. We struggled all day. We kept on dropping a cylinder. It was cutting in and out, and we limped through and scraped in the B final and won that. And then we got it going towards the end there. I had no problems at all. The bike was really good, and Blake was doing a good job on the back. And we got the checkered flag.
Obviously, as well, something that's really, I guess you could say, personal about you, and something that you're obviously really proud of as well. 4 World Speedway titles on a sidecar. You've got to be proud of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Not everyone gets a chance to win one of them, and I've got 4 of them, as well as my national titles. That's very proud of them too.
Awesome. Best of luck for this weekend here, and of course, great sponsors on the bike.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it without them. TRE Motorsports, and there's a lot of people over here that helped us while we've been here. Craig Blackett, he put us up in Christchurch. Fraser Gillespie here in Invercargill. Lionel Green give us a trailer. Everyone's sort of pitched in and give us a hand. Without all them people, it would be impossible to do. And Spud for organising it, and his sponsor Mark, and they've done a fantastic job, and it's been so good so far.
Awesome. Best of luck for this weekend.
Thank you.
Cheers. Down here in the pits, your current World Cup holders and, of course, Oceania champions from 2017 and 2019, Warren Bonson and Barry Betteridge. Obviously, guys, a big weekend here at Arete Park. Practice yesterday. We'll start with you, Warren. Tell us a little bit about what your track was like through practice and that sort of stuff. How did you adjust to the track with your bike?
Yeah, the track's probably a little bit slicker than what we're used to over at home, so I had to adjust the bike a little bit to give it a bit more drive and make it steer a little bit better. So we achieved that yesterday and it felt pretty comfortable, so hopefully we have a good meeting.
Obviously, as well, as you say, coming right down to Arete Park Speedway, different track. We've spoken to a couple of the other riders, swingers and that sort of stuff, and they say the track is ever so slightly different to Australia, and you guys will understand that as well. How do you, does it come into, how do you adjust to getting right down to the setup? How much setup do you have on these bikes? There's lots of stuff you can change, or is it quite limited?
Oh no, there's a lot of stuff we can change, to angles of the wheels, to position of the wheels, to where they are, and how the passenger actually works on the bike as well makes a big difference to what the track surface is.
Obviously, Andrew Summerhay, our swinger here as well. Andrew, we got the name right this time. You must be excited to be here at Arete Park as well.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. Very excited after riding yesterday. We're ready to go.
Does that calm your nerves a little bit, getting that chance to get out on the track the day before the meeting and actually try it out?
Yeah, for sure. Especially being on a new track that we haven't been on. Now we're all relaxed and we're just ready to go.
Of course, as well, as we mentioned here with Warren's setup and that sort of stuff is quite, I guess you could say, limited, and it can be complex at times as well. You've got the options to change it. Have you had a look at the track to decide what the plan is?
Yeah, just go out there, crank that throttle in full noise and just hang on.
That's the story. Obviously, awesome sponsors as well.
Yeah, no, we'd like to thank GVI for getting us all over here, all the Aussies to New Zealand and stuff. So big thanks to those, and thanks to Mixed Bulk Wood back in Australia, and Cleves Earth Moving and KW Earth Moving as well. Everyone that's helped us out. Ray and Marg in the pits, they've been with us since forever. So thanks to those, and Judy and Gary Doyle. Anyway, that'll do this time.
Lots and lots to remember. Awesome, guys. Best of luck for this weekend.
Thank you.
One of the Kiwi boys, Jamie Millen. Jamie, Arete Park Speedway. Bit of experience around here before, but racing against some of Australia's top riders, some of the world's best riders. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good at the moment. Hopefully, track's got a bit more dirt on it, and hopefully we don't miss the old setup out too far for the start of it anyway, so yeah.
Obviously, you've had a bit of experience here, slight advantage over some of the other riders. We spoke to Darren Traylor before, and that's what he said. He said, you never know what to expect with people with experience and that sort of stuff around these tracks. With experience, do you find that that gives you the upper hand in knowing this track? You know, you've been here plenty of times. Does that, you know, is that experience helping you here with your nerves as well?
It does a little bit, but the track's always different. The weather down here is up and down, so we've been caught out before. It's racing at the end of the day, and these Aussie fellas have got a lot of experience over the years. They've ridden a lot of years really, like Trelaw and all that, and Spud. So yeah.
Obviously as well, having your brother racing here and racing against you in the same grade, that sort of stuff, how does that make you feel?
Nah, it's cool. Yeah, we raced together on solos for years, so yeah.
Obviously, a previous solo racer, is there quite a bit of difference between the solo and the sidecar? Obviously, big difference in the looks of them, but what about like riders?
Yeah, it changes a lot with obviously a passenger on board and setups slightly different, but yeah, the experience has come. A lot of throttle control is taught on a solo, so it comes a long way in the sidecars as well.
Awesome, great sponsors on your bike as well?
Yeah, massive thanks to Patrick Larson for jumping on the back jumping on the back now, and yeah, Curramundi Autos in Australia that sponsor us, and then we've got Elite CNC, Kebs Welding Works, Highway Engineering, and obviously Tully's and Spud and everyone else behind the scenes that put a lot of work and effort in here, and Lionel and Bex for putting us up while we've been on the way down.
Awesome, best of luck for this one here, round 2 of the Australasian Sidecar Champs.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Down here in the pits, Dylan Milne, we just spoke to your brother before. Obviously, you know, he's very excited to be racing here against you at a Reedy Park Speedway. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty excited. Same as every weekend we're racing. You always go out and try and do your best, but see how we go.
Obviously as well, great track here at Reedy Park Speedway. You've got some experience here as well. How are you feeling going into the whole track surface? Have you managed to have a look at it?
Yeah, had a quick look, but it's all a guessing game until you get that first heat over and done with. So we'll see after that.
Not too far away from that first heat either. Nerves obviously starting to kick in?
Not too bad, but when you put your helmet on, it's a bit different.
Obviously awesome sponsors on the side of your bike.
Yeah, a big thank you to Highway Engineering and Stinger Race Frames.
Awesome, best of luck for this meeting. Cheers. All the way from Australia, one of your main riders here in this title here. Mr. Howes, obviously really excited to be here all the way down in a Reedy Park Speedway in Invercargill. This has got to be a big meeting for you guys.
Yeah, no, we had a pretty good meeting the last one, so hopefully we can back it up and put on a good show.
Have you been down here to a Reedy Park Speedway before?
Nah, first time in New Zealand. Really enjoying it, had a good holiday, and yeah, been looking at everything. It's been fun.
What are your thoughts of the whole track surface here? Have you managed to have a look? Did you get out for practice?
Yeah, we done practice yesterday. It was a little bit slick. It was windy, so the water wasn't getting down deep. It was blowing off the top. But no, it's pretty good. I think it should come up good with a bit of rain on it. It'll be nice.
Is this similar to any of the tracks you've ridden on over in Australia, or is it quite different?
No, it's pretty different. It's one of a kind, I suppose. They're all a little bit different. You can't say they're the same other than they're a circle.
Exactly right. They're all a circle, and they've all obviously got great presented bikes on them as well. Your bike, the number 108, very well presented, and you wouldn't be able to do that without your magnificent sponsors.
No, GVI Logistics that helped us get over here. Spud and Philippa, they organised it all. Yeah, my sponsors, 7 Day Spares, Consolidated Mining Civil. Chris and Seth Fraser helped us as well. Yeah, no, we got heaps. The Mildura Motor, Plaza Motor in. Yeah, no, it's been good.
Awesome. Best of luck for this meeting, and hopefully you can get right up the pointy end for this one here, the Australasian Sidecar title.
Yeah, thank you.
Down here in the pits with a nervous but very excited Civrite Blasting Panel and Paint and Reedy Park Speedway President Alex Cunningham. Alex, what a turnout here in the pits. Amazing presented bikes from Australia, from New Zealand. You've got your local wee young guns as well, the mini bikes and that sort of stuff. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, it's been a lot of work to get to where we are now, especially with backing up with the Barrett next week as well. So, no, all the hard work's been done. We've just got to hopefully it runs smoothly. So, yeah, no, it's all looking good.
Obviously, you know, you're playing host. You're the man that's playing host. You've organised a lot of this event. You've got these Australia guys here, some of the world champions, Australia champions, many achievements if you listed them all together. How does that feel for you? Do you feel a lot of pressure?
No, not too bad. A big thanks to Andrew Buchanan and Philippa Burns. They sort of put it together and flicked us a date and said, what do you think of this? And, yeah, no, we jumped on it and worked out the details later. And, yeah, no nerves, just, yeah, hopefully it'll run smoothly.
That's a story as well. Track is looking absolutely brilliant. Fraser and his team have worked their magic once again. Have you had a chance to have a look at the track and that sort of stuff? Because obviously you with a little bit of speedway experience yourself with your boy and that sort of stuff, you know what this is going to be like. How's it looking?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, went a bit probably slick yesterday at practice, but Fraser came out and ripped it all up again last night and got that wonder wheel working. So yeah, the Sidecar boys love a bit of dirt, so hopefully it produces that and you'll see the best of them.
Obviously as well, you must have a heap of thank yous to make as well for everyone that's helped you put this meeting together.
Yeah, it's a huge team effort. So thanks to all my committee and just everyone else that pitches in. There's so many people that help put a race meeting together. Our volunteers here today, so yeah, thanks to all those guys.
The St Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-bone fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
Situated just 1.5 hours drive from Christchurch is Hanmer Springs, a small alpine village that has everything for the adventurer or for someone looking to relax. Stay a while and enjoy a bike ride through the numerous bush tracks, or relax in the famous hot pools. Take the whole family and let the kids take on the many attractions on offer. And to top off your stay, book now with Hanmer Holiday Homes, where there's a budget and accommodation to suit everyone. Call now.
Here we go. Here's who's going to see competing today. You're going to see the 39 bike from Christchurch here in New Zealand, Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox. Andrew Buchanan, a lot to do with organising this event here. Local boys, Bradley Sharp and Lance Jeffcoat on the 24i machine. They are going to be pretty quick. They know this track as well. What can they do this afternoon? Let's stay Keep watching, see what's going to happen, because I'm sure they will play a part in what's happening here this afternoon. Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson, they're a great combination as well, the 14P machine. They've been 2 NZ 2 times, 2 times 3 NZ as well. They've won the GP, third in the Queensland Champs, lots of achievements on that bike as well. From Australia, Mark Mitchell, Tony Carter, that's the 35 bike. 2018, they were the FIM World number 2. 2018, they were the FIM Oceania third place position here. Pete, who have you got?
So we've got the 58i of Aidan Thwaites and Shane Twist. They've had an impressive history of throughout the South Island, Canterbury and the Burtman Road titles under the belt. They're no strangers to the international scene, having placed 7th in the FIM World Champs. Dylan Moon and Sean Mason from Auckland. They have won. They were 2nd in the New Zealand GP Champs and they were 3rd in the North Island Champs in the 17-18 season. Luke Thwaites, Neville Chalmers, our own local boys here. They've had a good run too on that 29i bike. They've been 1st in the Otago Champs, 1st in the Canterbury Champs, 1st in the Cromwell Christmas Champs, 1st in the Ronnie Tree Memorial, 1st in the Malcolm Officer Memorial, and 2nd and 3rd in the Burtman Road Challenge. Dave Gannon, Darryl Pearce, the men that took the New Zealand title last year at Moore Park in a fantastic fashion, getting round the outside in that final race. It was a brilliant race to watch. He's always known as the silent assassin, and he'll be one to keep your eye out for.
Local boys as well, the 44i, current 3 NZ as well. James Douglas, Harley Biddle, they're a combination to watch out for, one of the fastest guys down here in the south. 34i, Jason Kennelly, Johnny Casey showing a lot of great form down here recently as well, travelling the return to the sport after a nasty accident a few years ago, and they certainly picked up where they left off. This one here is impressive. Darren Treloar and Blake Cox, 11 Australian championships and 4 world titles. This is an impressive, a lot of achievements here. 3 FIM Oceania championships, 2 Australian best pairs, 5 Australian long track titles, 39 state titles, and 46 of them including long track and road racing. That's impressive. Local boys as well on a new bike. We spoke to Paul Humphrey earlier. He's alongside Chris Chatfield on the 78i machine. Been 1 NZ as well. He knows what it's like to win big events like this here. There's a great list of entries here. Pete, keep going.
Brodie Cohen and Simon Cors, they're on the 64 bike from Australia. Their achievements, 2 by the Moon Memorial winner of the Sidecar Super Grand Prix, 3 by the 3 times Queensland champion, 2nd in the Oceania title, and they're currently 5th, number 5 in Australia. Also the 43 bike of Warren Monson and Barry Betteridge. They've they've been 3rd in the Australian title in 2003, 2nd in 2015, 3rd in 2017, 2nd in the 2019 World Cup and Oceania Champs. 2017 and 2019, and first in Victoria 2004, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. And another combination to look out for, Rick Howes and Adam Commons, who went exceptionally well up at Moore Park last weekend. Their achievements are the FIM Gold Trophy in England. They were second in 2008. They're the New South Wales champions in 2009, Victorian champions 2009 and 2015, second in the Aussie champs at Newcastle in 2010, third in the Australian champs in 2009 at Mildura, and they've had multi-podium finishes in New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia in the championships from 2004 to current. And Hayden Bond and Liam Cox, the last ones on our list, on the 39 bike from Australia, have also shown some good form while they've been here in New Zealand.
Of course, as well, your sidecar supports this afternoon, the 42C. Pete Stevens and Dylan Fox, they're reserve number 1 as well. Reserve number 2, 33C, Wayne Bryce and Stephen Burrow. 16I of Jason Harper, James Dawson. The 17I, Grant Lightfoot and Phil Rooney. And Herb Johnson and Brendan DeGarnham on the 75i bike. That's your supports here this afternoon. As you can see, these guys here lining up as well. We're not too far away. Going to get underway for the national anthem. So if you could all please be up and standing for the national anthem of New Zealand and Australia.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. With golden soil and well fortified, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gift of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every state advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia
Hi, Scott here from X Factor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV, also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
Well, we aren't too far away from getting underway here at the Silverite Blasting Panel and Paint at Reedy Park Speedway. We keep saying it, we can't express it enough. We have a wide variety of big achievers here, and they're ready to go racing. You can see the bikes behind me, they're gridding up, they're ready to go. I'm ready to go. If you're at home watching on the live stream, you better be ready to go. Let's go racing.
Our grid girls are all out there with their gates. As you can see, red gate is number 1, blue gate number 2, white is number 3, and yellow is number 4.
Of course, those gates there are sponsored as well. Gate number 4 sponsored by the very, very generous Vanessa Adcock Photography for all your photography needs. Gate number 3, that's the Ados Dairy sponsored gate. Gate number 2 is sponsored by Rag Furniture. Gate number 1 in the red there is sponsored by George Wilson Sales. So a major thank you to those sponsors for helping out and supporting Reedy Park Speedway.
And we will see in Gate 1 the 43 bike of Warren Monson and Andrew Summerhayes from Australia. Then we'll see in Gate 2 the 14P of Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson. The 44i of James Douglas and Harley Biddle take Gate 3, and the 58i of Aidan Thwaites and Shane Twiss will come from Gate 4 in the yellow helmet, of course. This heat here sponsored by McGregor's Concrete, and this time the tapes are up and they're underway. And from the inside, the 43 of Warren Monson and Andrew Summerhayes are the first ones down to that turn. In that white helmet, James Douglas, Harley Biddle work their way up into second place. Then in that third spot, Jamie Moo and Patrick Larson, and the 58i, Aidan Thwaites and Shane Twiss round them out. So through they come for the lap 1 kicked off. It's a Warren Monson, Andrew Summerhayes, James Douglas, Harley Biddle sitting there in that second spot. They're going full steam down that Scarecrow Gardening back straight, down through turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4 they come once again. Still Warren Monson, Andrew Summerhayes from James Douglas, Harley Biddle. The 58i of Aidan Thwaites and Shane Twiss have worked their way up into that third spot, and Jamie Moore and Patrick Larson have gone back into that third position. White flag is showing here.
Yeah, white flag showing for that 43 from Australia. Warren Monson, Andrew Summerhayes, a lot of fine form here, but down the back of the field, that's the 44. Sorry, no, it's not. It's the 14P of Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson. They're battling hard with Thwaites and Twiss, but out the front, the checkered flag is going to be out from Australia. Warren Monson and Andrew Summerhayes. The 3NZ, James Douglas, Harley Biddle to the 14P of Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson, and just in behind them, what a battle towards the end of that one. 58i, Aidan Thwaites and Shane Twiss.
70.81 was the race time there, folks. 70.81 was the time. This is Heat 2 of the Australasian Sidecar Champs. This one sponsored by McLeod Diesel Limited. We shall see Brodie Cohen and Simon Cause on the 64 bike in Gate 1. The 84 bike of Darren Treloar and Blake Cox in Gate 2. The 1NZ of Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce take Gate 3. And the 27A of Dylan Moon and Sean Mason are in Gate 4. Well, we've got the current New Zealand champ and the current Australian champ in this one, Corbin.
Yeah, that's what you say. You know, the form out on track is going to be spectacular. This is a race to see the difference in what you can see. The best in New Zealand, the best in Australia. This is a race to watch out for. We can just see on the pits replay now at the moment, thanks to GVI Logistics, the form of that 43 from Australia, Warren Monson, Andrew Summerhayes, absolutely spectacular.
Totally unchallenged from the start. They just got that gate out of that Gate 1 and off they went, didn't they? Interesting to note, there's 3 Australian swingers here, one of them swinging for Andrew Buchanan. They're all Coxes. There's Blake, Liam and Denny. So swinging's in the blood with those guys. So lining up here for Heat 2. Jeff Garnham keeping them honest there on the line. This time tapes are up, they're underway. Who gets the best of it from the inside? Once again, it looked like the 64 bike of Brodie Cohen, Simon Cause, who got the best of it. Coming through there, Daryl Pearce and Dave Gannon, I think that have moved up into that second place. No, sorry, it's the 17I, 17C of 14P of Jamie, of Dylan Moon and Sean Mason, sorry. In the blue helmet there, coming through is the Darren Treloar and Blake Cox. They've moved their way up into second place. Dylan Miller and Sean Mason gone back into third, and Dave Gallen, Daryl Pearce, the 1NZ bike there, is just struggling at the back of the field in that fourth position. In the blue helmet, Darren Treloar and Blake Cox. Oh, a big tip up down there in turn 3. That was Brodie Cohen, Simon Cause.
At Wholesale Tyres in Whakatane.
Need truck tyres? Wholesale Tyres. Good tyres, better prices, great people.
Didn't look too bad. Didn't look too badly damaged as it got pushed through the gate here. But here's the replay coming up now on the Pits TV. He just went round and up and over. It wasn't actually the front wheel dug in. I thought that's what happened, but no. He just started to pull a bit of a wheel stand and over he went. It just started to go round on him. Just up it went and flipped it over. He had a lot of pace on. He was having a great battle there with Darren Treloar and Blake Cox. Just fantastic bit of filming there from the Pits media to bring us that action replay there. From GVI Logistics replay there.
You can just see the back of that bike actually digs right in and up and over it goes. It may actually be the rider that was on the ground there by the looks of things before.
So it looks like that was Brodie Cohen. So here we go, folks. They're lining them up here. Tapes up, they're underway. Once again, it's Darren Treloar and Blake Cox who get the great start from down on that inside gate. Then we've got Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce in that second spot. They slip out a little bit wide, so that allows Dylan Moen and Sean Mason to slide up into that second spot. They tick off a lap here. It's Darren Treloar and Blake Cox leading the way here from the 27A of Dylan Moen and Sean Mason and the 1NZ of Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce round them out there in that third spot. Down through that South Coast Customs turn they come. It's Darren Treloar and Blake Cox still leading the way. The pressure's going on Dylan Moen and Sean Mason's in that second spot from Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce, the 1NZ combination. Dylan Moen and Sean Mason go a little wide. That allows Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce to slide underneath them as they come out of this Osborne Engineering turn. It'll be Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce that have gone up into that second place. Dylan Moen and Sean Mason gone back to third. They're still in contact with each other though. So second and third could be anybody. Jeff Garnham waving those flags here as Darren Treloar and Blake Cox will take the win there on that 84 bike. Second place will go to the 1NZ of Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce, and third place there to the 27A of Dylan Moen and Sean Mason. That one running a time of 69.09. 69.53 was the time. This next heat coming up, folks, we'll see Hayden Bond and Liam Cox in Gate 1 from Australia on that number 7 bike. The 34i of Jason Kennedy and Johnny Casey will be in Gate 2. The 24i of Brad Sharp and Lance Jeffcoat are in Gate 3. And the 39C of Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox will take Gate 4. This one sponsored by Mind's Eye Limited. Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey, the 34i bike coming into gate 2, the 24i Brad Sharp, Lance Jeffcoat, gate 3, the 39i of Andrew Buchanan, Denny Cox, gate 4.
Here we go, waiting on the tapes, and they're up and underway. Looks like Buchanan and Cox get a nice start from the outside, but that bike number 7, he's going to give them a battle on the exit of turns number 1 and 2. It looks like it's going to be that 7 bike of Hayden Bond and Liam Cox to take out the lead here in this one here, and just in behind them, Bradley Sharp, Lance Jeffcoat. They're about to be overtaken on that outside line by Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey, but it's not quite enough. But that 7 bike, as we mentioned, Hayden Bond, Liam Cox, they're out the front at the moment, take nothing away from them, but in behind them, the local boys, Bradley Sharp, Lance Jeffcoat, they're right on the tail of them, and down the back, Andrew Buchanan, Denny Cox, they're getting a pass made right now on Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey, backing out of it a little bit now. Is that 7 bike right out on the side of the wall there. And that's that 24 sitting back a little bit now as bike number 7, Hayden Bond and Liam Cox pulling away with the lead. There may be an issue on that 24 bike, but down the inside of them now, Andrew Buchanan, Denny Cox from Christchurch, Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey, they're sitting in a 4th position at the moment as well. But out front, as we mentioned just before, Hayden Bond, Liam Cox of Australia, they're out front. In behind them, half a straight length away, Andrew Buchanan, Denny Cox, and they've got just on their tail Bradley Sharp, Lance Jeffcoat. There's going to be a battle for that 4th position at the moment. Johnny Kennedy, Johnny Casey putting a battle up, and that'll be the finish for it. First place out there, 7. Hayden Bond, Liam Cox, Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox will finish 2nd position in that one there.
3rd place went to Brad Sharp and Lance Jeffcoat. It looks like that bike was missing and stopping a little bit as they were going down the back straight. It seemed to slow and speed up again. Here's hoping they get that problem sorted. And 4th place there going to Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey, of course. That one was running a time of 71.40, 71.40, so just a little bit slower there. This next heat, folks, sponsored by Northside Sand and Gravel, and we will see in Heat 4 here, race 22 in your program, the 108 of Rick Howes and Adam Commons. They'll come up against the 29i of Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers in Gate 2. Gate 3 is Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter on the 35 bike, and the 78i of Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield out here in Gate 4. They make their way round along that back straight. Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers, a very nicely presented bike. Then Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter in the white helmets there, slowly coming down past that Sonos Sound Systems sign in the back straight. In the red helmets there, the Australians and the 108 bike, Rick Howes and Adam Commons, the guys that pretty much had a clean sweep of it up at Moore Park, with some great results they had there as well. So Northside Sand and Gravel sponsored heat. Here we go, tapes are up and underway. The 78i of Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield got away fairly smartly, so too Rick Howes and Adam Commons. It's Rick Howes, Adam Commons that come out in front. The 78i of Paul Humphrey, Ricky Pubbin sliding up into that 2nd place in that 3rd spot. It is Paul Humphrey, Rick and Chris Chatfield have gone into that 3rd spot. It looks like Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox have struck a problem. They've gone down into the infield. They won't be too happy with that one. So out the moment, the 108 bike, Rick Howes, Adam Commons leading the way here from the 29i of Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers. Then the 78i of Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield in that 3rd position. Nobody seems to be making much of an impression on Rick Howes and Adam Commons as they come out of that Osborne Engineering turn. The 29i of Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers are still sitting there in that 2nd spot, and 3rd place is the 78i of Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield. They've got less than half a lap to go now. The 108 of Rick Howes and Adam Commons are going to get flagged home here by Jeff Garnham. 2nd place will go to the 29i of Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers, and 3rd place there going to Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield on that 78i bike. Fast and furious stuff, Corbin.
Yeah, that's definitely right. 108 from Australia, Rick Howes, Adam Commons, a spectacular ride from those guys there. Hopefully we can see that 35 bike out a little bit later on as well. That one there piloted by Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter. Unsure what happened there. I just saw them come flying across the infield, awfully sideways and taking out one of those road cones. As long as they didn't take out the wet kangaroo in the infield there, things are okay.
That one was running a time of 71.57, and I'm very sorry I was calling them Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox, and it wasn't. It was Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter, so apologies for that, folks.
Big business or small business, we've got mobile solutions to give any size business an edge. Our regionally based account managers can scope your business and deliver to your evolving needs. Take control of your team's business mobiles with individual plans or shared data pools, along with solutions that offer increased control over device and data security and the flexibility to easily manage your team's mobiles and apps. Whatever your business, whatever your size, talk to your Spark customer lead or business hub today.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe big methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV of your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Getting ready here for Heat 5 of the Australasian Sidecar Champs. This one sponsored by Fly and Spider Control. I'll run through the competitors in this heat once again. The 78i of Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield in Gate 1. The 43 of Warren Monson and Andrew Summerhays in Gate 2. The 64 of Brodie Cohen and Simon Cause at Gate 3. Gate 4, the 24i of Brad Sharp and Lance Jeffcoat. As I say, this one's sponsored by Fly and Spider Control. Jeff Garnham lining them up here. Just waiting on Paul Humphrey, Chris Chatfield, the 78i bike to come back into that Gate 1. Everybody's looking pretty good. This time, tapes up, they're underway. And for 43 bike of Warren Monson, Andrew Summerhay get the best of it once again. Paul Humphrey, Chris Chatfield are right in amongst it there in that red helmet. They're into that second spot. There's not much between the whole four of them here as they tick off one lap. But it's Warren Monson, Andrew Summerhay that are still in that first place. Brodie Cohen and Simon Cause having a battle here with Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield for that second and third position. Oh, Brodie Cohen and Simon Cause just about do it again as they come out of that turn 4. It's still Paul Humphrey, Chris Chatfield sitting there in that second spot. Paul Humphrey, Chris Chatfield still there in that third position, and dragging their chain there a little bit is Brad Sharp, Lance Jeffcoat, obviously having problems with that bike choking up there. Through they come once again. It's still Warren Monson, Andrew Summerhays now with a handy bit of a lead here from Paul Humphrey, Chris Chatfield and Brodie Cohen, Simon Cause still in that second spot, but it could be anybody's race for second and third. But it looks like it was Brodie Cohen and Simon Cause that took that second place from the 78i of Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield in that third place. No doubt about the winner. It was Warren Monson and Andrew Summerhay. That one running a time of 73.34. 73.34 was the time. Unfortunate for Brad Sharp and Lance Jeffcoat. I can see that bike stopping and starting as they were getting into the back straight. Seemed to take off all right. Let's hope they get that problem sorted. It just seems to be surging a little. Bit of a shame for them after having to change motors through in this last week or so. And here's hope they can get that problem sorted. We move up into race 25 in the program, folks. This is Heat 6 of the Australasian Sidecars Champs. This one's sponsored by Arrow Upholstery. We'll see the 29i of Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers in Gate 1. Gate 2 will be the number 7 bike of Hayden Bond and Liam Cox. Gate 3, the 14P of Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson. And Gate 4, the 1NZ of Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce.
Really excited for this heat here, Pete. It's great to see a majority of Kiwi bikes in this one here up against that bike number 7, Hayden Bond and Liam Cox from Australia. This one here is going to be interesting.
It certainly will be, Corbin. Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson are forced to be reckoned with. The tapes are up, they're underway. And from the inside there, it looked like Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers got away fairly smartly, but the Australian bike of this Hayden Bond and Liam Cox have taken over from Hayden Thwaites and Shane Twist. Coming right round the outside is Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce, and they've worked their way up into second place just narrowly from Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers as they head down that extreme carts back straight. Luke Thwaites, Neville Chalmers claims second place back again. Make no doubt about who's out in front. It is definitely Hayden Bond and Liam Cox. Now the 1NZ of Dave Gannon and Daryl Pearce have opened it up that little bit more from Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson, and trailing them in that red on the 29i bike, Luke Thwaites and Liam and Neville Chalmers.
Take nothing away from the guys at the front on the 7 bike. That there, Hayden Bond and Liam Cox, as you can see, coming out here out of turn number 4. It looked like it was that 14 bike, Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson. A bit of a kiss on the side of the wall, but the checkered flag will come out this time around as he goes through turns 3 and 4. Hayden Bond and Liam Cox popping out of turn number 4. There's a battle down the back though. So out the front, it'll be Hayden Bond and Liam Cox with the win. In behind them, the 1NZ, David Gannon and Daryl Pearce. Then I think it was the 14P of Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson to the hometown boys, Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers. They were settling for 4th position, but there was a battle on it, and that pass for that position was only made through turns 3 and 4, right at the tail end of that one there. You can see on the screen here, on the replay screen at the moment, an absolutely brilliant shot from the pits media there with the drone.
73.31 was the winning time there for Hayden Bond and Liam Cox. Fantastic battles further back in the field there, Corbin.
That's exactly right. Coming out on track in just a moment. This is race number 26, heat number 7 for the Australasian Sidecar Championships. Gate number 1, the 34i, Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey. The 108 from Australia, Rick Howes and Adam Commons. 84 from Australia, Darren Treloar and Blake Cox. They were fast in their heat earlier on, so they're going to be fast to watch this time here around. 44i, the hometown boys, James Douglas, Harley Biddle. They're going to go battle in this one here as well. This is going to be a fast heat. I can see it happening, Pete.
I guarantee it'll be a quick one. There's that 108 bike of Rick Howes and Adam Commons, and also Darren Treloar and Blake Cox, man. They have got some pace here today, Corbin. They've dialed into this track here at the Seabright Blasting Panel and Paints at Reedy Park Speedway. They've got it. They had a little bit of a practice last night, I believe, and it looks like it hasn't taken them too long to get to grips with the surface here, get the bike set up right, and they are into it.
You can see what they're doing now. They're checking the surface, digging in a wee mark there for where that front wheel's going to go. How they're going to dig into this here, what's going to get the traction as they're taking off out of the gates here at Seabright Blasting Panel and Paint at Reedy Park Speedway. As you can see there, it looks to be Blake Cox. He's making a slight marking there as that front wheel's going to slide right in there. That there is to give them a rough gauge, I guess you could say, of where that wheel's going and how it's going to dig in. He'll get a feel for how that ground is as well. He jumps on the back of that bike.
Just had a wee note here as well. 29i, Luke Thwaites and Neville Chalmers been given a warning for contact, but this time tapes are up, they're underway, and it's Rick Howes and Adam Commons that get away fairly smartly, but they've got Darren Treloar and Blake Cox who've come out in front once again. Then we've got Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey that have gone up into that second spot. Third place there is James Douglas and Harley Biddle. They've come up into second place. Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey have gone back to third, and It looks like Rick Howes and Adam Commons, they've moved up into third now, and Jason Kinney, Johnny Casey have gone back into that fourth place. But it's Rick Howes and Darren Treloar and Blake Cox who lead the way here from Rick Howes and Adam Commons in that second place. Then we go up to James Douglas and Harley Biddle in that third spot. Fourth place is Jason Kennedy and Johnny Casey. As they slide down through that Southern Bolton fastest turn, it's still Darren Treloar, Blake Cox on that 84 bike who lead the way here. Oh, the 108 bike has struck a problem. They've got their hand up. They've got a flat tyre, I think, by the way that bike was bouncing. So they're up into second place goes James Douglas and Harley Biddle. And third place, Jason Kennedy, Johnny Casey. But take nothing away from Darren Treloar and Blake Cox, folks. Won that and won it by a considerable margin there from James Douglas and Harley Biddle on that 44i bike. And third place there going to Jason Kennedy and Johnny Casey. Just hard luck there for the Australians, Rick Howes and Adam Commons on that 108 bike. I do believe they've ended up with a flat tyre. That one running a time of 70.94, so a pretty rapid time there from Darren Treloar and Blake Cox. Let's hope that Rick Howes and Adam Commons can get that little problem sorted.
Hi, Scott here from X Factor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV, also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
Dylan Moen, Sean Mason move into that gate 2. Out here in gate 4, Mark Mitchell, Tony Carter getting themselves set. Down in gate 1, Aidan Thwaites and Shane Twiss. Shane just doing a little bit of gardening there, getting ready for Aidan to slide into place. Dylan Moore and Sean Mason decide they're going to move out a little, pick another line. Andrew Buchanan, Denny Cox, the 39C bike, sitting there ready to go.
Of course, that 39 bike right there, Andrew Buchanan, Denny Cox. Andrew, a big supporter of this whole event, big sponsor. He's helped out with all the organising, that sort of stuff. Very, very fast in his first heat as well. We're in the starter's hands. Starter's happy. Tapes go up, they're underway. 39, Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox with the flyer of the start. They lead them into turns number 1 and 2, but on their outside, it looks to be the yellow helmet covers of Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter who had the issue, but they drop back ever so slightly, and it'll be Dylan Millen and Sean Mason who will slot in behind them. Down the back, Thwaites has got slight issue over the pole line there, but out the front, take nothing away from the guys from Christchurch. Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox, they're right at the front as they're awfully high through turns 1 and 2, but down beside them in the blue helmet covers from Auckland, Dylan Millen, Sean Mason. They're not giving Buchanan and Cox a lot of room to play with at this stage. Third position at the moment is the red helmet covers, Aidan Thwaites, Shane Twiss. That's the 58i machine, and in just behind them is the 35, Mark Mitchell, Tony Carter from Australia. It's 2 races in 1 here at the Sivrai Blasting Panel and Paints, Reedy Park Speedway, but out front, he's going to see the white flag this time around, Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox. Really wide out of turns 3 and 4, and it may be enough for Millen to sneak down the inside. That's tight racing at its best, folks. Right out front.
As they head down that extreme cast back straight for the final time, it's Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox, the 39C bike from the 27A of Dylan Millen and Sean Mason. Aidan Thwaites, Shane Twiss still there in that third spot, but that will be Andrew Buchanan and Denny Cox who prevail there and take the win from the second place getters there, the 27A bike of Dylan Millen and Sean Mason. Third place would go to the 58i of Aidan Thwaites and Shane Twiss, and fourth place there to Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter from Australia on that 35 bike. That one run in a time of 73.01. 73.01 was the time.
Down here in the pits with the 1NZ, David Gannon. You're the rider on this bike and you've had a couple of solid heats out there. How are you feeling?
Not too bad today. The track's pretty good, a lot different than practice yesterday, so we just seeing how it goes and see what happens.
Have you had a ride here on the track before yesterday?
I've only been down here once before, and that was the last New Zealand's, which was probably about 5 years ago, and that's it.
Obviously, as well, it takes a lot of adjusting to do it, and as you said, the track's different here now to what it was yesterday when you were riding. How have you changed your setup compared to yesterday?
Well, I thought it might be a bit different, so I just left it as it was, because the last practice we did yesterday was just crap, so I thought, oh well, we'll just see what today brings.
Awesome. Obviously, great sponsors on the bike as well.
Yeah, me. That's about it.
At least you know. All right, best of luck for this upcoming heat.
Cheers, thanks.
We'll bring in the swinger now, Daryl Pearce. Daryl's going to come in very quickly for a yarn. Daryl, obviously you're on the side of this bike, and that's a little bit different to riding it. What's it like hanging off the side there, full speed, going around to Reedy Park?
Well, you don't really think about much apart from making sure you're in the right position, you know. Just try to hold on, really.
Obviously as well, it must be pretty awesome for you to be out here on the side of the 1NZ bike and winning a New Zealand title. That's got to be very special, and you'll know what that feeling is like, the current 1NZ. How did that feel?
Yeah, that was quite unbelievable. That was a really good weekend, and I was just pleased to get Chucky on the podium after all these years.
Awesome. Best of luck for the next race.
Thank you.